Sarah Curran was. So last night, as I was finalizing the speech, whatever, I decided to reach out to Sarah's good pal, Shoshana Weiner, who is currently in Estonia. She's a great friend of the group, she's a great friend of Sarah's, and I just wanted to ask her if she had anything she wanted to say to Sarah in her senior speech. I asked her to be brief, give me like 2 or 3 sentences. She gave me a speech that was longer than mine. So instead of reading Shoshana's speech in addition to mine, I will just be reading highlights, and Sarah can have the full text later.
Thank you.
So some of my favorite sentences from Shoshana's Sarah Curran senior speech were, Sarah, you pour your heart and soul into friendships. I miss your witty humor and your unique and talented ability to always bring me up when I am down. My favorite memories from my Tufts experience involve you, and there is no way I can explain how much your presence in my life means to me. She said a lot of other nice things, but those are just my favorite. So, moving on to my senior speech for Sarah. In no shocking turn of events, Sarah has known that I would be giving her senior speech for literally months now. She saw right through my, no, I'm not giving it. While the surprise of who would be saying nice things about you for roughly 4 minutes is no longer there, I hope my words still mean something to you. Similarly to you, Sarah, I also did quite a bit of research on past senior speeches. Though TBH, I only watched the ones of my favorite seniors. Ask me later at the after party, maybe I'll tell you who's are who. But I've been stressing about writing you a good senior speech, for real. I haven't been stressing because it's going to take time or because I put mental effort into it, but I've been stressing because you, Sarah, deserve nothing less than a perfect senior speech. During my freshman orientation, I remember She Repeal performing at the first night ceremony on the press lawn. Sarah was the soloist on Hallelujah, R.I.P. And I remember looking at her and thinking, wow, that girl looks really cool. I could definitely be her friend. That's true, that's not even a lie. Shortly after I got into the group, I realized that Sarah was only an average level of cool, but I still really wanted to be good. Sarah was the first member of the group to reach out to me and ask me to get a meal once I got into the group. I remember being nervous that we would have nothing to talk about and intimidated that this girl that I, at the time, still thought was so cool wanted to get a meal with me. Shortly into dinner, I realized that we had a ton in common. We both loved musical theater, we both had done Focus, and we both really wanted to be friends with Ben. Still working on that last one. Throughout my freshman year, Sarah was nothing short of a perfect upperclassman friend. She was always inviting me to hang out with her in the campus center, to a fancy Carm dinner, or even better, to a cool party in Ren. Sophomore friends. Most importantly, I also know that I speak for Stephanie, Haley, and myself when I say that we are forever in your gratitude for literally writing our baby skit. Sorry, Ami and Aaron. I would not have made it through the world in the freshman year without your constant love, support, and friendship. Even now, Sarah remains one of my closest friends at Tufts. Some of my fondest memories at Tufts have been with Sarah Curran. From drinking red wine and watching the Great British Bake Off, to gossiping sweet gossip in the campus center, to Redwood Studios' Legally Blonde, literal BuzzFeed internet fame, to Nigeria, to grocery store runs where you always buy much healthier food than me, time with you is always sure to be an adventure. Also, low-key but actually high-key, Sarah is literally a superhuman. It's true. Just a few months ago, Sarah was studying for the LSAT while also being a Focus leader, which is literally a 24/7 position for 5 straight days. While on roughly 4 hours of sleep, while her focusers would nap, Sarah would run home and instead of showering, would cram in 45 minutes of studying for the LSAT. While I'm sure her stress levels were through the roof, Sarah did all this without ever even complaining and with a smile on her face. I know a lot of focusers, that's just true. I know a lot of her focusers look to Sarah as a role model and mentor, as I did my freshman year, and I'm confident that they are following in the right footsteps. If they turn out even 50% as wonderful as Sarah has, they certainly will be okay. In order to explain how truly wonderful Sarah is to y'all, I would like to specifically focus on one very recent memory with Sarah. During one of the snow days this semester, Sarah and I had planned to watch the Dear Evan Hansen bootleg. For those of y'all who don't know what Dear Evan Hansen is, it's a beautiful and emotional whirlwind of a Broadway musical. I had listened to the soundtrack a couple times, but didn't really know what was good. And but Sarah had told me that I needed to see the bootleg to get the full effect. And so we sat down to watch the second act on this snowy afternoon, and I knew it was going to be tough. I'm not gonna lie, I sobbed literally the entire time. Ugly sobbed. It was not cute. It was gross. However, were this with anyone else, I know for sure I would have not let myself get that ugly and just sob. Sarah has this way about her that makes you feel incredibly comfortable with yourself, and with her. It's rare that you find someone like that in life. I know that I am not alone in feeling this way about Sarah, as this is a sentiment that many of her friends have expressed. More importantly, however, thank you for not taking ugly crying pictures of me and posting them on Snapchat. On a related note, Sarah is without a doubt one of the most kind, compassionate, genuine, thoughtful people I have ever had the pleasure of knowing. I don't know how many of you know this, but Sarah recently suffered a pretty serious cooking accident, though you probably can't tell because she looks phenomenal right now. When I reached out to Sarah to ask how she was doing after the accident, Sarah gave me a few standard sad texts explaining the accident, what happened, but then almost immediately after asked me how I was doing. How wild is that? Sarah Gruen in the hospital, it's wild though! In the hospital, in severe pain, asking me how I'm doing. If that doesn't paint a picture, wink wink, her senior solo is Eden, for y'all about the type of person that Sarah is, then I don't know what will. Time and time again, Sarah puts others before herself, even if it comes at the sacrifice of her own well-being. Her thoughtfulness and selflessness is truly like that of no one else I know. Before I conclude, I think it's also important to thank the rest of the Gruen family for all they have given the group during Sarah's time in the group. Numerous times, fed us incredibly well, and made us feel at home and almost like a part of their family. Dave, Jen, Emily, and Aaron, I know I speak for every member of the group. I know I speak for literally every member of the group when I say that you will be surely missed and give you a very sincere thank you.
I hope you're happy for coming, Emily and Aaron.
And I guess you, Sarah, also will be missed by you. In your 4 years in the group, you have made such positive change and have been nothing short of a phenomenal leader. Your skits have always been hysterical. More importantly, you always give me a lead role. And other groups have even said we have not the 5th best, but the best skits on campus. Your tenure as publicity manager brought the profile picture game to an entirely new level. Your co-planned tour with Lisa was flawlessly planned and executed, and even though standard angst existed, it was 2 of the most fun weeks of my college career. Your time as business manager earned the group a foolish amount of money, and you have been very intentionally and thoughtfully planning mistakes. And most controversially, your time as a senior brought Dima Zinko as the game. I will miss your baked goods, your incredible sense of humor, your selflessness, your snarky comments about people I also dislike. Your strong opinions, your mutual love of a good masala bar, your fun catchphrases, and your hand to hold. I wish you nothing but the best as you embark on your next adventure in New York City, and where you will certainly be brave. You will be a phenomenal employee and have nothing but the most success in life. Please don't forget about me and text me often. I'm so excited for what the future holds for you, Sarah. Embrace yourself as woman number 2 and never stop being the wonderful person that you are.